Good morning. Oh, I can't say morning, can I? Well, yeah, it's not quite past noon yet. I've been looking all over the house. I want to make butter out of that milk that I have because I don't want it to have a chance to spoil. And I read that if you put it in a jar and you know those little metal round balls that kind of look like, do I have one in here? I know I got one somewhere. Like this kind of thing, but it's a ball, and you can just sit it into like a mason jar and then pour the milk into it and then just basically shake the shit out of it, walk around shaking it until it starts to get thick, and then drain off all the buttermilk off of it. And I mean, you can, whatever you want to do with that, I guess you can add a little bit of salt to the buttermilk, and then you can store it in the fridge and use it for baking like a heavy cream in place of like a heavy cream. But the butter itself, you just keep rinsing it, squeezing it until the water's clear, and then you put it into a butter dish and you stick it in the fridge, and then now you got butter made out of milk. And I want to do it, and I'm going to do it. And I've got a gallon of the milk and it's in half gallons, so I can do it. I just don't know where that little ball thing is for doing the mixing part, but you really don't need it. You can do it. Am I talking too fast? Oh shit, I had too much coffee today. And I was thinking about making some tea, but I better not because that'd be way too much caffeine. Anyways, I need to calm down. Jeff had to go. Look at this. He's got his computer. He's got all kinds of shit all over the table. He's got his printer out. I mean, he is so pissed at General RV right now. He's refused to take ownership of the trailer because they're trying to say, even though the frame is bent, they're trying to say it's not hurting the structure of whatever. And then Jeff talked to somebody else and they said, yes, it does. They're trying to pull a fast one over you. Then they turn around and said, well, you signed a paper saying as is. But he was told by the attorney that even though he did sign the paper as is, they covered up the fact that it was damaged and we didn't notice it, and he's paying the extended warranty. So with that into a plus there's a warranty automatic from the Grand Design, the maker of the trailer. So Jeff's pissed. He's on his way to the post office right now to send registered letters to both General RV and Grand Design, and he's going to tell him exactly what the attorney told him. The attorney said, we got a slam dunk case. He says, I'm not going to even charge you a penny until we make them pay. So I don't know if we're just out a freaking camper and we're not going to have a camper, or we're going to get reimbursed. We paid for it. It's been over a month. We haven't used it. It still has the freaking plastic on the mattress because I haven't got into it to make it. Because as soon as we got home, we found those bubbles. And then when he took it down there, they said, yep, they're having all kinds of problems with that kind of stuff with Grand Design. We'll have to order them and then, take your camper back to your house. And then we'll order them and then you bring the camper back to us and we'll fix it. And the second time he was taking the camper back, when they got all the details and they were going to fix it, is when we found about the thing underneath it. Because I seen it when we were walking around. I says, what is that? And I reached down and I touched it. It was like a dent, like something hit it. And he says, no, that don't look good. But Jeff never got on his hands and knees and looked underneath. He just did the same thing as me, standing there rubbing it, going, yeah, that doesn't feel right. So then when he gets all the way to General RV, he's like, oh yeah, my wife noticed this. Oh, he was walking around telling the guy, well, the door don't latch right, and which it didn't. I mean, you could open the door and go in, pull the door shut, and it just slowly opened back up because it wasn't latching. So he was showing that, and he goes, oh, and my wife's seen this. And he takes him to the back and points at it and says, that little indentation right there. And the guy got on his hands and knees and looked under it. Oh, he goes, oh. And Jeff goes, what? And he goes, you need to see this. Now, mind you, this is somebody who works at General RV saying this. So he gets down and looks underneath. It's all crinked underneath it. He goes, what the hell? That looks like it was dropped or something in, whatever. And then the guy said, Jeff came home. He was all pissed. He came home and then they're like, he got a hold of that guy and he says, do me a favor. take some pictures and send them to me. So the guy who works at General RV went out to our camper, got down underneath, snapped about 6 pictures, and sent them to Jeff. So Jeff's got the proof, even though that guy's probably in trouble because now that it's going as far as it's going, because they're trying to say it has nothing to do with the frame, it's not going to hurt it, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And then you got somebody over here saying it most definitely is messing with the frame. That is structurally whatever. You're going to have problems with that. Plus, when you go to try to sell it, it's going to show that you've had questions about that. So I'm calming down now. I'm going to have a good day regardless. I got up this morning to take the dogs out and it was freaking raining. I was like, what the hell? And here I'm walking around outside with my robe with the hood on it, telling the dogs, hurry up and go poop, because it was raining. But anyways, I guess I'm not going to be going to Clio. I'm going to see my dad when I go down for his birthday. So I'll take him his lottery tickets for Father's Day down when I'll call him tomorrow to wish him a happy Father's Day. But I guess tomorrow we're going to Matt and Nikki's. So guess what I'm making? I'm going to make a pasta salad, which pasta salad, I've already done tons of them. But I told her about the green beans, or baked beans, so she wants me to make the baked beans. So I think I'm going to make the baked beans today. And then I will get the pasta salad. I might even make the pasta salad today as well. And then that way it's just in the fridge. And then when we go down there, go over there, I can just take my beans and shove them in the oven till they warm up. I mean, that's how I did it the last time I made them. I ate them that day, and then the next day I shoved the whole thing right back into the oven to warm them up. Jeff thought they were the best thing in the world. So I'm calming down. Jeff gets himself worked up with this bullshit with the camper, which gets me worked up because I don't like seeing him worked up because he's like, and then me, I have this bad habit. My skin is real thin, so it don't take much for me to bleed. And if I do start bleeding, it takes forever for it to freaking. I know I'm anemic and I have, what is it called? I have low iron, and when I start bleeding, it takes a long time for it to stop. I don't know what the hell that's called. Anyways, I scratch myself at night. Like, I have literally had a dream that there was ants on me and I was scratching, and I started to scratch, and when I would wake up, I had dried blood on me. I mean, I got spots on my arms, like my chest, my face up here, that's a scratch. It's just, I do it in my sleep, and then I get up and it's like, well, what the hell is that? I'm looking in the mirror like, what the hell is blood on the side of my face for? And then I have to, pull the sheets off the bed, pull the pillowcases, because I truly believe if you have blood on anything, I have a spray bottle of peroxide. You spray peroxide on blood, even if it's dried, it will lift the stain. It will lift the stain. So I take my pillowcases and everything and I sprayed them because I scratched up here again. But I spray them, and then before I actually throw them in the washer, I squirt some Shout on it. That's how I make sure I don't have blood stains on stuff. But I've done this my whole life. And I think what started it last night with the ants is we had ants in our backyard real bad, and I had to get that stuff and spray it, and then I had to let it dry completely before I could let the dogs go on it. Well, our family member, actually, how is it? It's my brother and sister-in-law's sister-in-law. Okay. But anyways, Barb, she had sent a text to Jeff saying, what did you guys use when you had the ant problem, and did it work? And he was telling her, yeah, we spray, but you got to stay up on it. I mean, you got to spray it a couple times. Right now, I have no ant hills out there. But it took me like 3 different times of hooking this shit to the hose, letting the dogs out, letting them go potty, bringing them in, then spraying it really good where the ant hills were, and then letting it dry completely before I let the dogs out. But it took 3 different times of doing it within like a 2-week span. Now we don't have the ants. But talking about it, and Jeff coming and saying, well, how did it, how good did it work? He's asking me so that he can text it to her. And I told him, some reason it was on my freaking brain. So I went to bed last night and I'm in bed sleeping and I start dreaming there's something on my legs. So now I'm pulling my leg up and I'm scratching my legs. Then I wake up and I realized I'm scratching my legs. So I kind of stop. I got up, I think I went to the bathroom. I come back, I lay back down. As soon as I fell asleep, I had ants crawling all over me and I started freaking out. And I was scratching at my arms and I was going freaking nuts. And finally, you know who calmed me down? Harley, the one that I'm afraid is going to pee the bed. So I have this belly band on him. He come up and laid down and he put his head right on my chest. And I woke up and I was like, oh, okay. You okay? I even said to him, do you have to go potty? If he has to go potty, he'll jump up real quick. So I'll know, yep, time to go. He didn't do nothing. He just laid there. So I just started petting him and I dozed back off and then I was fine. But I got up and I had blood on my pillowcase. I had blood on the sheets. So I had to strip the bed, spray them down. Now they're in the washer. But that was my exciting night last night. And it was the dog that's sick that actually calmed me back down. But yes, I truly believe that is part of the ADHD that I have gone through, or the ADD, because that is something I don't sleep well. I do have things. I can remember my son Todd, who was diagnosed with ADHD, who was put on medication when he was little and in school. I used to hear noises, and we lived in a trailer, and he was at the back of the trailer, and I would walk down the hallway, and as I'm getting closer to his bedroom, I could hear him talking. And I'm like, okay, is he awake or what? And I would go into his room and he'd be laying in bed talking, but he's sleeping. And I would start to walk over to like touch him, and then he'd start talking a language I've never heard before. It's like, what the hell, is he possessed or what? And then I would shake him a little bit and he'd sit up and he'd be, Mom. And I'd be like, are you all right? And he's, yeah. I said, well, you were talking. No, I wasn't. Yeah, you were. No, I wasn't. I'm not going to argue with you. Go back to sleep. Okay. And then a little while later, I'd be laying in bed and I could hear the talking again. So and he was diagnosed with ADHD. So I know that is part of his situation. But Jeff tells me I do the same thing. He tells me sometimes I talk. Sometimes I feel like I got bugs on me. Sometimes something during the day happens, I dream about it at night. And then it's weird. I'm weird. I know. I can't handle it. I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and probably do the baked beans. So that means I got to take some. I wonder if should I do turkey or should do turkey. Oh shit, I'm going to have to go out into the other freezer. I see ground chicken right there. Maybe I should make it with ground chicken. No, I like turkey. I like a darker meat in it. Or hamburg. I don't even think I want to do hamburg. Is that my car? If that's my car, I'm going to go out there after his ass. He pulled off the side of the road. Who is that? I can't tell. Can you tell I'm being how does my husband say it? A Gladys. Remember the movie Bewitched? Where the one neighbor was always looking out. But she'd yell her husband's name or something and say, there's something going on across the street. Something. I was kidding. Please. Oh my God. This is my fault. I'm a freaking idiot. Looks like my car, but I thought Jeff took his truck. So I don't know, but it's somebody in a Mini Cooper. But I can't tell if that's mine. That's not mine. That's a nice one. It's going to go past here. Let's see. I'll turn it on. Turn it around. Watch this. I don't think that's a Mini Cooper. I don't know what they're doing. It's a lady. Let's see if we can be nosy. Oh, she's putting the for sale sign out. I know who it is now. I know who it is. It's the lady who's, she's going to probably do an open house tomorrow at that house over there. I didn't know it was her that had the other Mini Cooper. It's a gray one. It's like mine, but I don't think hers has the stripes on the front. Mine does, but mine's my hood. My whole hood has to have a thing put on it because it's like you can tell where the paint's peeling up. Oh, it's an '05. It's an old one. Hey, 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 hey. I said stop it or I'll shut that door right now. Knock it off, Megan. Henry. The watchdogs. Look it. Watchdogs, that's enough. Hey. Henry Owen. Don't you grow. Megan. All right, I'm shutting the door. That's it. There. Go on. Go play. They're going to drive me insane. I'm going to be drove insane by my dogs. But I'm going to go ahead and do the baked beans and a pasta salad. And then I should ask her if she wants a pasta salad or a potato salad. I'd rather do a potato salad. Oh, I'd have to go get celery. Well, at least the pasta salad, I can put like little pieces of pepperoni in it. I'm sorry. For people who don't know me, who are just watching me, yes, I am very much, I don't want to say nutsoid, but really, Henry, enough. I started this because I like to cook and make stuff and try stuff and invent stuff. And then I like giving it to my kids. Like, my household, there's always been a lot of people. So, I mean, my parents had 4 kids. I had 4 kids. My grandmother before my mom, she had 16. So when the people fix food, they make enough for a freaking army. And then I usually, like yesterday, I took over a goulash, homemade goulash. I took over a chili. I took over a chicken noodle soup. I took over 2 smaller size Ziploc bags that had chicken taco meat. I took over a sauerkraut with potatoes, carrots, and sausage. I took that over for Garth. When I make stuff, I have an abundance of it. So then I usually put it in the gallon-size freezer bags, and then I write on it what it is, and then I stack it into the freezer. Well, I've got an abundance out there, so Jake's already got a bunch of shit in his freezer from me, and Garth really didn't, but now he does. And I'm not a soup person, I'm not a chili person. No, you're not, but your kids are. So when you know you're going to have your kids over and you want to make sure they have a decent meal, homemade, take that shit out of the freezer the day before, set it in the fridge. Then in the morning when you're getting ready to go to work, you take your crock pot, you put it on the counter, you plug it in. You dump the bag into the crock pot, you put it on low, you put the lid on it, and you freaking go to work. Then when you come home, all you have to do is stir it, turn it up if you have to, if it's not hot enough, and you got a meal. That's why I did it. So, I am going to do a pasta salad today. I am going to do baked beans today. And then I will call my dad later on because I don't know if I'll be able to call him tomorrow. We really can't go for a very long period of time unless we take the dogs with us. So I'm going to have to talk to Aunt Nikki. Now, if somebody's going to be there, I'm not taking my dogs. If nobody's going to be there, then I'll take my dogs with us when we go. That way I can keep an eye on Harley. He just freaks me out since he has to be getting these insulin shots. But I'm going to go ahead and probably stop this for now. I like talking to get things off my chest. Otherwise, I hold it in and I get bottled up and then I turn into a real psychopath. And I don't want to do that. And I did take my happy pill today, but I think I had too much coffee. Yeah, I think I had too much coffee because I had 2 cups. And I usually, if I have coffee, which is not very often, I have 1. But I had 2 cups. And then I was thinking about making another big jug of green tea, which that's more caffeine. And if I make it, I'm going to drink it. And then I'm going to have so much freaking caffeine in me that Jeff's going to come home and do one of his, I'm going to go out in the barn. There's something for me to do. And I go and look, or I'll sit here. I've caught him. I got stuff I got to do out in the barn. Yeah, okay, bye. And then a little while later, I'll think of something. Oh, yeah, I forgot. And I'll go walking out there, and here he is with the door open, sitting on a chair on his phone. It's like, what are you doing? You can do that sitting in the house. And he looks at me like he knows, if I come in the house, I'm going to have to listen to you, and I don't want to listen to you, so I'm going to sit in the barn with my phone and my chair, and that's what he does. That's his. But, we can't. It's Saturday. Yesterday, all the driving I did, I had to go to the Vets Bridge every single time because I don't have a transponder on my car, and I am not paying a toll to go over a freaking bridge in the town I live in. And I'm not going to get on that rant now. But anyways, I'm going to get everything set up so I can start getting things together. And then I will come back and I will probably show you guys how I throw everything together. My kitchen sink baked beans, I'll have everything out. And then I got to cook up some meat for it because I'm going to put ground turkey with some onion and green pepper in it and get that going. And then I get the beans going, and then I'll get the barbecue sauce, and then I got to get the little wieners. I got to go to the store. So I'm going to have to run to the store before. I'm going to make a list of everything that I need to get. And then I will run to the store and get that shit, and then I will come back and I will put it together. So I will be back. I hope everybody's having a great day. I've had way too much caffeine. Everybody have a great day. Bye for now.